The gaps between our belief system and reality are the doorway for friction. Now, why is that? Because we believe that we show up to the world based on our belief system, except that we don't. Because when it's not comfortable, we don't acknowledge that we don't behave along the lines of our belief system. I did not acknowledge to myself that I'm very aggressive and very demanding, and in some cases acting as a bully or manipulating people to do what I want, despite the fact that it's too much. That's how I achieve things. But I wasn't able to acknowledge to myself that I engaged in those behaviors. I was uncomfortable with it. Now, when we behave in a way that we don't acknowledge, what happens? People, in reality, respond to our behavior, not to the belief system. So we don't understand why there's a gap, why people are stingy to me or not nice to me. Once I acknowledged the truth to myself, I started realizing that I believe I'm a nice guy and I care about my team and I really work hard to make their life better, but actually they see me very differently. They see me as a very aggressive manager and leader. And that caused me additional pain, which I didn't want, of course. This is how the friction comes into our life. And all of a sudden, when you behave like that, people get distance from you. They don't want to be around you. And you don't understand why. Now, this is a very limited example of my own life. I can give you many others, but that should paint the picture, okay? The gap between our belief system and how we show up to the world creates a gap between what we believe should come back and what actually happens. That gap causes pain, causes confusion, causes all kinds of stuff. We can't hold relationship. Sometimes it's in a romantic front. That's why it's so crucial to acknowledge the truth. Almost all the pain that you have that's coming from your day-to-day comes from those kind of instances. There is a gap between what you believe, how you are, and your true expression to the world, how you show up. We are here to bring our life to its most expanded, fulfilled, and joyful state. Now, we already know we create our own experience. The process of shifting our life there goes through shifting our consciousness to produce that experience. And to do that, we have to identify the true nature of our behavior. And how we show up to the world is different than what we believe we do. This is why the truth is so important. This is why we have to acknowledge that we're blind in many cases to the painful part of our truth. Our self-preservation mechanism, our unconscious self works against us to protect us from the truth because it is painful. Nobody wants to know that he's a bully, like in my case. And to overcome our own denial mechanism, we have to find where we lie to ourselves and not be afraid of it. And two, own the outcome, the actual reality of our life. And not excuse it by, yeah, that happens. Accidents happen, this happens, that happens. No, it doesn't. We create it. All right?